Well, on to, I guess, part 2 of my story here. Last time I had talked about, well, pretty much the beginning to the end. Today, I'll talk about the beginning. And here we go. Met the mother of my child quite a few years back, seven years or so. She was incarcerated in the county jail. She was the loudest woman inside that jail. She used to call herself like Queen of the Block or something. It was humorous. I mean, she tried to run the block anyway. I noticed her. I was in a holding cell. The whole front was glass. And once I decided that I liked her a little bit, I would walk right next to her on the other side of the glass for the 7-8 feet I could while she'd be going down to chow. I thought it was kind of cute. It's a whole thing I looked forward to. She probably looked forward to it, whatever. Well, we got out of jail, and I did get a hold of her. I called her up and I asked her about herself a little bit, and she decided to come spend the weekend. Pretty enjoyable weekend, I suppose. Made a kid that weekend. A kid named Mercedes. Beautiful, talented little girl. Hold on a second now, I gotta take one break to do this. So yeah, she came, and she, was just supposed to be spending the weekend together, getting to know each other. She had a job in Marquette. Well, she came back every single night. I don't think there was one night that she spent apart from me when we first got together. We literally met each other and just decided to spend every day together. I know, ridiculous. Not my choice, it was her choice. Was kind of fanatical about me. It was kind of ridiculous, but I liked it. Ended up having Mercedes, our daughter. So she was pregnant the whole majority of the beginning of our relationship. And, well, sooner or later, you got to be unpregnant, right? Well, she had that baby, and, I went down for the birth and everything, and after she was born, some cops and some CPS workers came in, and they took her right out of my kid's life immediately. Said that she had two prior terminations of children or something like that, and, I don't know, I guess like a bad mom list or something. I didn't agree with it. I thought that she should be around Mercedes. I thought that like the old stuff should be the old stuff. Well, unfortunately, guys, the world don't work that way. So they came in, gave the baby to me, I left. Well, I fought and got her back into the kid's life, helped her out. Side note, her own mom told me to take the kid and run. I thought she was doing good. I thought she was like clean as shit. Happy. I don't know. So we get through all the CPS stuff for her. I didn't have any. And, I don't know, she turned into a different woman. She running around all the time, disappearing for, large amounts of time and stuff. And, she really started changing. Over time, I found tons of drug abuse, needles in there, all kinds of stuff, heroin, whatever she's doing, anything pretty much. Meanwhile, my kid was suffering from it. And that's where our fighting started. I didn't do drugs. I was sober, and my only concern was my kid. Hers totally different. Every time that I'd get into an argument about some of the drugs she was doing, I get the cops called on me. Lies would be told. I'd be forced in situations where, unfortunately, I'd have to just take a plea bargain. I'm here right now with that again, in a situation where I just pretty much have to take a plea bargain. I don't want to. I want to go to trial. I don't have that choice anymore. That choice is gone. 9 days or something like that left. Well, started off as quick as it ended with everything. Massive amounts of drugs all the time. She falling out all over the place. I'm finding her sleeping in like random rooms and stuff. Really, it turned out to be quite the mess, to be honest. And I wish I would have handled things differently. I know there was one point in time where I had wished that I dealt with everything with more compassion, but really what I wish today is that I literally would have just ran. I wish I would have ran. I wish I would have listened to what her mother said. Take your baby and run. I wouldn't be here in this situation right now. Side note, currently she is holding my child from me. Currently my day to have my kid. I don't have her. Another side note, Tom Slagle, the family court judge, flinched at me like he was going to hit me at the gas station. He said some smart remark about Merry Christmas, Steve. Doesn't sound smart, right? It was very smart. When you add in the voice and the look on his face, it was a smart-ass motherfucking comment. So I said, isn't there fucking height requirements in this store? You're only like 4'5". You're like a midget, dwarf, whatever it is. And he turned around, he wanted to swing on me. I sat there and I laughed and I said, Tom, what are you going to do? You going to hit me? He said, no, I'm smarter than that, Steve. What that indicated to me is that he's going to go put a personal feeling in on me. He's going to go talk shit to me, about me, to another judge who's in charge of me. Not very fair. Meanwhile, I'm going to do everything I can to get people to notice. Nobody really give a fuck. Nobody give a flying fuck about what's going on with me. Yeah, I know, it's a little bit sad. I'm still going to try. I'm going to try and put my story out there, and I'll do what I got to do. Hopefully the man just leaves me alone. Really, he's a judge, and regardless of anything, he shouldn't be acting that way. Judges are held to a higher standard, the whole moral thing behind it, and he's just not doing it. But back to my story. I just want to give you a side note why I'm going to get fucked. Part of it, anyway. Well, I tried to fight these drugs, and I couldn't get them to stop. I'd get rid of one drug dealer, another one would pop up. The mother of my child, she worked for drug enforcement teams before. She busted some people down in like Milwaukee or something like that, some big runners. I'll just stay out of prison, do 10 months instead. I forgive, I don't care. Well, started doing that nonsense again. And at that point, Kingsford Public Safety just pretty much allowed her to do whatever she wanted to do with her life. It didn't really matter. As long as they were getting information, they were happy. I even begged them before. I was like, hey, what you guys are allowing to happen here is hurting my kid. You have to do something. I found her passed out in the car with a syringe in her lap. Find them all over the house. My kid being locked upstairs all day while I'm at work and she not even doing nothing. Not changing diapers or nothing. It was killing me. She's cheating on me all the time, running around, trading sexual favors for drugs. I mean, pretty much just everything. She was pretty much doing everything to get by. And meanwhile, here I am, sitting at home all night with my kid, where I belong. Wanted a family. Not that nonsense. I kept trying to help change her. She did blame everything on me. Starts telling stories that she's this bad, battered woman. She's getting beat all the time. She's getting controlled. Saying it's my fault for everything happening to her. I gotta tell you, truth be told, she wasn't controlled. She was treated nice. She was treated really, really nice. I was good to her. But she just kept cheating. Kept doing the drugs. Have big fights and arguments and all that, and just go straight back to the fucking drugs over and over and over again. I just couldn't figure it out what the drugs and these other men had I didn't have. I get pushed away all this time. I a scar on my lip right here because she decided to put an iPhone through my face. That was because, I got sick of being cheated on. I got sick of not living my life. And I met Chelsea O'Donnell. That's the adopted daughter of Rosie O'Donnell. And I started engaging in, I don't know what you could lightly call an affair. Jessica found out, and all of a sudden, she just sure wanted to, keep me then, Why you want to keep me? For what? You out cheating on me all the time? You do drugs, I don't do drugs. I didn't really see any good reason to keep me. For what? But, hey, she wanted to keep me. And she tried for all that time. She even made comments like, no matter what I do, you'll never leave me. I could cheat on you over and over again, you'd never leave me. Well, the day I left her was one of the most satisfying days I've ever lived to this day. And glad I did it. I'm extremely glad I did it because nothing was changing. So, she stops the affair with Chelsea. And I'm pretty sad about that. Like, I never really got over that. Chelsea was an amazing girl. I thought she was beautiful. I thought she was funny. And I really enjoyed my time with her. Not to mention I like Rosie O'Donnell a little bit. So I get back to living life with Jessica, my kid. And boy, it's the same thing every day. Cheat, lie, cheat, lie, cheat, lie. I find her lying. She don't admit it. Catch her cheating. She lie right to me. I can catch her bull face right in front of me. She still lie. And the more that I kept catching stuff and the more I kept confronting her, the more crazy stories she started telling. To the point where the cops in this town think I'm a monster. It's amazing what a couple of lies and stories can do for public perception. My hand to God, I'm not a monster like they say. I was just simply a man trying to keep his family together because I had old-fashioned beliefs. Well, that's out the window. Well, nothing ever got better over time. If anything, it got worse. I find another man in my bed. Because we had an argument, I decided to leave for the night and go sleep at my mom's. I didn't go fucking pick some hoochie up and go do some nonsense. I literally went to my mother's house. I went to bed and got up for work in the morning. I wanted to apologize for the fight we had. So I go to the gas station. I spend about $20. I get all her favorite things. I get her cigarettes. I get herself her little snacks. And I get her fucking expensive ass coffee drinks. She's set. Fucking find a guy in my bed. I'll cut it up under my blankets. In my motherfucking bed on my goddamn pillow. I tried to walk away. I swear I did, y'all. But you know what? This guy, he had it coming. So I snatched him up out of bed and I gave him what he had coming, unfortunately. Why? It doesn't fix anything. Mother of my child, she's so high, she slept through it all. This woman's brought this child on drug runs. This lady at this apartment complex that she was staying at had cameras, and she pulled me out to the side one day when she sees me. She said, you need to get your fucking kid away from here. I said, why? She said, you should see the fucking people she has carrying your kid up them stairs. She just got random weird guys fucking carrying my kid upstairs. What's wrong with you? I just couldn't fix it no matter how hard I tried. I couldn't fix her, and I learned that you can't force people to be what you need them to be. Well, today, she currently engaged in the same behavior, the absolute same behavior, and it's causing complication in her life today. The man she with, boy, yeah, good job, make $30-some an hour. He ain't got that job no more. It's gone. He had a cheap little ass apartment. Fuck, man, a high school kid could have afforded to keep it running. Hey, he got sued over being backed up 6 months rent. Top it off, she was making salary pay, $35,000 a year. Him at $35 an hour? Fuck, who knows how much he was making? I don't. That's math. I had to do that later. But damn, his payments on a busted up ass old truck, Fell back on those. Got sued for that. All of a sudden, this guy's life is crumbling. It's falling apart. Well, I'm here to tell you, it starts like that, real slow. It starts real slow. You get an emotional investment. You get tricked into believing all these stupid stories. You think you're fucking saving someone. That's what she lays down on you, like you're saving her. Like she need to be saved. Don't fucking save her, run. I wish I would have ran. Wish I'd have listened. But, on another side note, I gotta say, it's quite enjoyable to sit back and hear it happening to another person. Not just another person, but a man who, oh boy, I can't even say anything that I respect about him. I have zero respect for this guy. He is nothing more than a little short, fat, funny-looking guy, several years older than her, who's just trying to cling on to something that's better than what he's had in the past. Newsflash, buddy, I had better than that 100 times over. Not that that really matters in this world, but when it comes down to it, everybody can do better. Ain't happy. My kid telling me that they arguing and fighting over there all the time. Every night, they argue and they fight. And it all boils down to cheating. But my kid tells me that's so fucking loud, she had to put earbuds in and listen to music in a room, scared. My kid tells me that she's scared to be there. She has to sleep in a bed with both of them. Went to family court, they gave her primary custody. Mercedes has her own room here, bunk bed. She got a playroom upstairs and a loft. She got an entire playground in the backyard that I bought, $2,000, put it together. Everything I do revolves around that little girl. I've been the most constant thing in her life, aside from her grandma, my mom. And judge just gives her primary custody. She doesn't even have her own bed. I told the judge this. He didn't care. He doesn't like me because of the stories he heard. I don't know how to fight this shit anymore. Do I just give up? I'm never really quitting. I'm a quitter. Do I run? Don't really solve nothing. I already took a plea bargain. How do I even fight? I don't know what to do anymore. I need help and I ain't got it. I need help and I ain't got it. I need people to see the real me, who I really am inside. Not some fucky stories that this woman has told all over town for the last 7 years. Literally ruined it. Just ruined me. People that don't even know me have a bad vision of me when, really, none of it's true. And what little there is there that could be said to have some truth, it's exaggerated upon. Our life went on like that for years. And we quit. We ain't together anymore. But now the same stories are going on about this next guy here. Our little fucking leprechaun Mike. Now he's dealing with it. And now he doesn't know what to do with it. And he's losing everything. And I'd bet anything he's going to end up in the same position that I'm in one day. I'm not sitting in your workroom making little swords. That's just me buying time. So I got to do something to keep my mind off shit. I went out of my way to handcraft different items for everybody that's a friend of mine. Everybody that's a friend of mine that's close to me got something. I like building and crafting, trying to leave memories behind because honestly, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know what I'm going to do or what somebody else is going to do. What I do know is that I miss my child. And a child is not a weapon or something to be played with. They're delicate and only we can keep them safe. Meanwhile, I know right now, 8, 9 o'clock, whatever time it is, my kid, someplace she don't want to be. And I can't change that right now. Try calling cops to enforce my parenting time, they don't enforce it. I literally don't know what to do anymore. That's how I decided to tell my story, pretty much. I don't know what to do. $70,000 invested into bullshit. Now they want me to go to court and say that I called her? I have to literally go to court and lie to get in the best position that I can be in. I have to go in there, I have to lie, and that's what I have to do. That's not very fucking fair. That's not very fair at all. I don't know if I'm going to do it. The lawyer says it's in my best interest. I do believe the man. He really does care about me. But goddamn, I just can't see myself doing it. So shit, it's going to be exciting because I have no idea what I'm going to do or what's going to happen next with that. Instead, I'm just going to kind of focus on what I'm doing here, and that is sharing my story with everybody. And maybe I'll get lucky and somebody will hear my story. Maybe somebody will hear my story and they'll say, hey, I want to hear more. Or, hey, I got a story just like it, and they'll share their story. I don't know, but it's time for change. It's time for change for more than just me. You know, I'm just one person out of the millions out there. However, my life matters. My life matters as much as yours, and yours. Maybe just a little bit more. I know I'm destined for something bigger than today. I'm meant for something bigger, greater. One day I'll achieve that, and I'll be helping people. One day this will all be behind me. You know, at least now I'm giving you a little history of everything leading up to this, because shit, without that woman, there wouldn't be these charges, there wouldn't be this problem, there wouldn't be these lies. My life would be better. If I never met her and I never talked to her, my life would be better. Aside from not having my child, who I would give anything for, my life would be better because I would not have the shit go on that I have going on. Everything would be a lot better. Too late for that, can't cry over spilled milk, right? So now I'm dealing with it. Problem is, I'm finally at a point where I just don't know what the fuck to do. I don't even know who to ask for advice. You know, I got my lawyer, he can protect me this way or that way. Really hard to get the right advice from him, though, you know, what I'm looking for. I spent my days doing residential construction, so while I was all upset and stayed up all night chasing around town trying to figure out where the mother of my child was at 3 a.m. Really, she was in a hotel with a regional manager named Greg, whose wife told me that she had caught them several times in the past. Wonderful, hey? Just fucking swimming in the same pool as some guy I don't know. Not that it'd be any better if I knew him. I don't know nothing. I just know that I'm putting things in the same spot that he putting things, and I don't like that. And one of my friends one day was hanging out with Jessica, and she just let the cat out the bag, she said. And the girl animated it for me. She says, see, I had to tell you some stuff. Your baby's mama is sleeping with a guy named Greg at work. I said, what? She said, yeah, and she was cocky about it. She sat there and she said, not only is he cute, but I get paid to fuck him. What the fuck is that shit? What is wrong with you? You have a little girl to fucking take care of. Someone that you need to be a role model for. But you're getting paid to fuck him. How fucking gross. That was the fucking day that I couldn't find her attractive anymore. That was the day that she was no longer attractive to me. Then she met a doctor through the CPS people who is currently in prison for feeding her drugs. I told them for 2 years that this guy was bringing fucking buckets of fucking narcotics to her. You think they gave a fuck? Nah, because it was me telling them. They would make me shut up. They'd tell me not to say nothing, whatever. Well, then when Jessica decided to say something, it was only because the man was busted, so he was no longer of use to her. So he became a new use. His new use was to get herself out of family court trouble. And boy, it worked like a charm. Ain't that something, huh? She sat there and she told them, I don't know, it's probably all lies. She says she wasn't fucking them, but the way their messages look, she's definitely fucking them. All kinds of stuff there, but just to know, there's a doctor named Mike Varney in prison right now due to her. So, you know, some stuff came up and it was time to hire a lawyer. I hired Mike Varney's lawyer. And she's a phenomenal lawyer, Sarah Henderson. Tasselman and Henderson out of Marquette area. Super lawyer. Literally one of the most dedicated, smart team of people I've ever met. They're genuine, they care, they're awesome. Still weren't enough. everything right, plus them still can't beat it. And I've been engaged in that battle for years. They didn't even have me doing urine tests, as I don't even do drugs. But shit, one day with the right people, someone hear my story, shit can get better. So this will be like part 2 of my videos. It's already at 25 minutes long, so I'm just gonna stop. Get on here and say goodbye. I'll reconvene and I'll pick up from here, you know, I'll recap the other stuff again and we'll move forward. And hopefully everybody here will get to know me a little bit. Not really that bad of a guy. You know, if you want to see a little bit more of my personality, you know, you can go to Steven Not Today, that channel, check that out. Steven Cast's channel right here. And you got Miko Not Having It, that's a channel for the dog. You got Fixing to Molly Not Today. It's like a relationship fun thing where we did some videos. And, you know, all this stuff. There's like 300 and some videos out there, and some short skits, some just me rambling. This here is special to me. This is me telling my story to you. Thanks for listening. Got a little side note on the road. Mercedes is going to see some stuff like this. I just want you to know, Mercedes, I love you to death, little girl. Every time I ever tell you you're my favorite person, I mean it. Every time I say I always want you with me, I mean it. I want it, not I just take you like I'm babysitting or something. I love you, kiddo.